subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.
That's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck with. I come to the South Side. I come over here and fuck with everybody that I know. Like when I started coming over here, I used to come over here and fuck with Metro, Big Metro. You know, Big Metro throw the block parties over here. I used to come over here and fuck with Big Metro. I got shot on Belmar. You know what I'm saying? So that shit happened.
Okay, wait. So when you get shot, are you still in the car? Obviously, you on bail.
Yeah, bail. Yeah, me and my little partner Haji. He gone. R.I.P. Haji. That's my nigga Haji, man. That's my nigga Haji, dog. Cause Haji cut from a different cloth. Cause he from Fifth Ward. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Rosewood. But it's like everybody in my neighborhood didn't roll with me. You know what I'm saying? You done got put on. If you were with me during my times, you had a chance to come down. That nigga Haji, that one time he came down by himself. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget one time he went with me. One time he went we won for something. Came back. I said, man, I got the wheels. He said, all right. Next day, went back. Boom, bam. I got the music. He got the wheels. Haji kept his wheels. He went back by himself. Came back next day, he came see me. He pulled up on me in a pink Monte Carlo. I never forget. He bought that bitch from a Mexican. That bitch was sitting on like a big wheel. That bitch had elbows on it. Bitch, what's up? Bitch, woo. Pretty ass. I missed that nigga, man. He pretty money. Fifth Ward, Ren Street. Lahaji, man, that's my nigga, man. He came, man, what's up, Alvin? Woo, this. I'm like, man, baby, what's up? What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? But at that time, bam, I don't know how life went, man, but I ended up going to jail, got caught up. You know what I'm saying? With the Fed shit. And he.
So because you went to jail, did you get shot doing that when you was still in the Fed?
Cool. I got shot like I was fucking out. I was on Belmar. When I got shot. Now he had did an interview with Top Dog. I always thought it was Top Dog that shot me. It wasn't Top Dog. It was a nigga named Greg. You know what I'm saying? That I found out. You know what I'm saying? And Greg, I guess, was on that street. He stayed on that street or whatever. But we was fucking around, and I had bought a El Camino from this old man, $900, and I offered to boat that bitch. I offered like a damn fool. But I had wheels, but me being how I was, you know, I supposed to ride with my people. But I ended up going off over there by myself. It wasn't by myself, me and Haji. And I bought the car from that old man for $900. And by the time I got out there, I bought the car. It's like me and you. I bought a car from you. Like, man, well, okay, it's good, this and that. But the alternator, the car, that day, the lights, when I cut the lights on, the car killed. So the car was dead. So me being me, instead of going fire up a car, go tell somebody to come pick me up, I just went around the corner because I know it's a car that we going to get. You know what I'm saying? And I walked around the corner and I seen the car. I'm like, I'm going to get that bitch right now. Because I was elbows. Everything I'm going to get going to be on some elbows. I ain't finna steal nothing. There's some elbows. Then I'm on South Side. So anyway, long story short, I went over there. And me and Haji walked around the corner. And I'm sitting there telling the nigga, I'm finna get this bitch, nigga. Don't trip. I got it. He like, all right, he got his pistol. I got my pistol. But I left my pistol in the car. Because I had some warm-up on, some pants on. He was like, nigga, go on. How you been? I went to go fucking with this car, man. I cut the lawn. I was fucking with the lawn. And Hodge, that's my nigga, man. He kept telling me, come on. Like, nigga, hold up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But when I bought that car from that man, it was a key. He gave me one key to the car. And I had these warm-up pants on. And I was sitting there fucking with the car. And Hodge, instead of fucking with me, telling me, come on. And the key that I had was in my pocket. It fell in the car, in the crack of the ground. Because the yard that I was in, the ground was cracked up. You know how driveway be cracked up. But the key had fell in the ground. So Haji, before he called me like 3 times, man, come on, nigga, woo, because we high, tripping, you know what I'm saying?
Because y'all boys just be out there fucking around with that weight, huh?
Oh, yeah, that was them days. Them thick, we was the green monsters.
Wait, so y'all boys was getting dipped and going hit the licks?
Well, it was like, at that time, that was the thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, I ain't gonna say it was like that's what it was, but that was the trend back then. Yeah. That was what it was. You was just, because we'll come from Southport. Don't get me wrong, we had it over there, but we ride out here and we buy, you know, like I said.
Oh, so y'all would come get the dip out here and hit the lick?
Yeah, that's automatic. Cause that's
everything right here.
Yeah. Murderwood, Boomerang, all that shit connected. Keep on going. Keep on riding. Smoke one. What's her name? Faye. All these people I went to school with. We was in TYCs together and all this shit there. It's like, that shit was crazy. But it would happen how it happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's how I met a lot of people and knew a lot of people, like off of, not Herschelwood, man, what's that boy name, man? the green ass eyes, man. Henry Allen. Henry Allen, Henry Allen, me and him was we was locked up together right here at this, there was a little place we was locked up. We used to catch the bus, cause we was, bad motherfuckers, but the bus, the route used to take us through South Park. They take, guys sent us, we was bad, so they take us through South Park, then they take us to the north side. But that's how I got cool with a lot of people in South Park, you know what I'm saying, for us kids wise. Mm-hmm. But as we got older, I could still go out there and fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's when they had the Pink Savoys right there on Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember those street names, but I know how to get to them. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them people, you know what I'm saying, I grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? As we got older, I was coming out there to fuck with them. But 2 streets over, slabs. I ain't coming over there to steal their cars. I'm just coming over there. As I turn the corner, I be left, niggas that ride with me. Niggas that ride with like David Glenn, Yoga, somebody be like, damn, nigga, who you know over here? Man, I come from my partner Henry. We turn 2 corners, slab over here, slab over here, slab over here. Then that come all the way back to IJ. You know what I'm saying? IJ, remember talking about IJ? My nigga David Glenn, nigga David Glenn got IJ. I never get that shit. IJ, man, IJ, that's why I say with IJ had a bad motherfucker, man. He when Stick was talking about IJ had that white what that fucking truck? That Trailblazer. They got a white Trailblazer. That bitch was bad. David Glenn, after that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? And he got him. You know what I'm saying? Cause he was fenced. His house was fenced in. Whatever, man. David Glenn got the son bitch, man. I never get that shit, dog. Cause it's like, that's one thing. That's what I'm saying about David Glenn. That's why I say I'm bringing him up all the time, because how he hustled. When we went somewhere, it's like me and him right now. We go somewhere, I can't leave without him. He can't leave without me. It's still to the day, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we was. So with David Glenn, when you in the car with him, you there. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do it, when you get back, you old ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ride with him no more. That's how Glenn was. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you with him, that's it. Ain't nothing to be said. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I say, you got to cut yourself away from him. But it's like I didn't cut myself away from him. It's just that how things went, because he gonna go regardless.
So what he ended up going down for?
Well, David went to jail for well, basically what happened, he ended up shooting. He had ended up shooting in the crowd, and he killed the little boy. And there was a bunch of shit behind it. I didn't really know what happened, the whole scenario behind it, but I knew when I came back from Dreyfus, when I came back to Fifth Ward, the people that was over there, that's when out there neighborhood apartment called Swiss Village. But everybody, when I pulled up to the park, because at the time, that's when they had that video, Let Me Roll. No, that's when Jason Lyrics, the movie was being made. Okay, and it was Tuffley Park. And when I came back from South Park, when I came back from Dreyfus, I had the Monte Carlo. I called it with Denzel Washington. When I had the Monte Carlo, I pulled back in the park when I came back off over here. And I didn't know that shit had just happened. You know, David had shot somebody. When I pulled through there, motherfucking girls like, "Damn, keep on going, keep going." I'm like, "What's up?" Now I got sticks in the car. I'm high. I'm like, "We just better go down." He's like, "Man, you need to keep going, keep going, keep going." Like, then I seen niggas walking up, and I don't give a fuck about them. They told me to keep going. This one, Scarface had that, "The World Is Mine," that album cover. See, I had the Rap-A-Lot poster. You know, when he had the posters coming out, it was a Rap-A-Lot poster like this here. And "The World Is Mine," see, the face of the Rap-A-Lot, I had it, like the Rap-A-Lot had Rap-A-Lot, but I cut it out on my windshield, because all my cars were tinted. So when I pulled through the park, like, I guess everybody thought it was Rap-A-Lot or whatever it is, but you know, Rosewood, small ass neighborhood. But it's like, when I pulled through there, the girls were like, "Keep going, keep going, keep going." I'm like, "Fuck." So I kept on going. I went to the neighborhood. As I'm going to the hood, it's like, me and Hodge in the car. It's my nigga. We in the car. We ride. I'm like, "What the fuck they tripping on, nigga?" Beeper. I got a beeper. Beeper going off. I'm like, "What the fuck going on, man?" But we hide the motherfucker, though. We ride. So when I come across 16, this was before Homestead. See, Homestead only had one bridge back then. Then they got another bridge. But when I was coming across the bridge, I seen a helicopter hanging over over the neighborhood. I'm coming across the bridge. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm in my zone, but I'm like, the fuck?
You still, but you put this together or something ain't right.
Yeah, shit happening. So at this time, I'm coming across the bridge. Me and Hodge riding. Wasn't no Whataburger there. We coming across the motherfucker. And we came down. We coming down. That's when Homestead was a 4-lane street. So as we coming, Man and Stanker's guys out there, Man and Stanker, they had a detail shop out there, which is now WB's call out. You know what I'm saying? But it was a four-way, it's a four-way street. And as I'm coming down, I see motherfucking Spencer. Spencer, the one that CJ got to talking to. He was like, man, go to the back, go to the hood, man, go to the hood. Man, them pointing, like telling me, like pointing, like go that way. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? But the helicopter's like hanging over the hood. I'm like, I say, I'm young, man. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I went through the hood, went down Carruthers, rolled down Carruthers, past Darren, went to Darren and went to Elbert. Right now, man, we wild. So I'm driving fast as a motherfucker, swinging my elbow, beating. I'm gonna tell you what I was jamming Spice One. Spice One days. Man, I'm riding and I'm coming down Elbert, and I stayed on Touchstone. And as I passed over Touchstone, I seen like 8 loud cars, like facing this way. And I stayed like 5 streets away from the bus stop. So I passed by my street, I see the loud cars, I'm like, damn, I turned the music down. Because I got a store that's called Joe's. So I pull up at Joe's store. What's the name right there? The station wagon right there. Yoga had a station wagon that was tinted up, elbows, rolls, fifth, grill, scraps, you know what I'm saying? But they was in the station wagon. And I pull up and I see the station wagon and I see them niggas, like, I see the station wagon there. And like I pull up and I go to the store, pull up on the store, and I go inside the store. And it was Kyrie, I think it was Kyrie and Dre that was in the store, and I walked in, this guy named Shorty that run the store. And I went there to get a razor blade for a sweet, to cut the sweet open. And when I walk pulling from the store, and I go inside the store, I'm like, man, what the fuck, nigga? What the fuck y'all niggas did, nigga? What's going on? So as I'm talking to them, the law running the store. So this shit like a movie, but it's like it's happening. You know what I'm saying? I walk in there, what the fuck y'all nigga did? You know what I'm saying? Man, woo, law coming out, going out. Like Shorty standing behind the counter. Shorty like, he grabbed them, and he was like telling the law man, no, he just walked in the store. He just walked in the store. So when he grabbed them, and I walk out the store, my car parked right there in the front. When I walked out the store, them niggas on the ground with bags behind their hands. And I'm looking, I'm like, I'm dumbfounded. You know what I'm saying? So when I get in my car, and I get in the car, I tell Haji, I'm like, man, what the fuck? And Haji to push the goddamn sticks inside the goddamn, the vent. The vent, the air conditioning vent. So I'm like, man, what's up? He said, man, motherfucker police pull up out of nowhere. So I'm like, dawg, what the fuck? I said, I'm gonna go around the corner to see what the fuck going on. So I went around the corner, and I go around the corner, and we put around the corner to this nigga boot camp house. And David Glenn was there. And he was in, I never forget, he was in like a 7 Deuce. Nigga from City Gas, probably one of my partners from City Gas. He was in the back seat of the car. I'm like, he's like, man, I'm finna go to my mama's house, He shot out. When he shot out, I was like, fuck, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? That's when I found out, you know what I'm saying, that he fucked around and shot the little boy, you know what I'm saying, in the park.
Was there some beef going on, or was he out there just tripping, or what? Like, what?
Well, it was from my understanding, what happened, the little car Yoga had, they had a alarm on it, and it used to cut off. The car used to cut off. And so I guess they went to the park. I didn't know what happened, but I know when they went to the park, and like I said, they had that video going on. They had the video of that shoot going on. And David Glenn, I guess he was into it with somebody that Phil Ward. I didn't know at the time. He was into it with a dude named Maurice. But the car had cut off, and everybody walked up on the car. And by David Glenn being who he is, he get motherfucker away from the car. From my understanding, nigga, he threw that thing out the car, hit that bitch. He shot in the crowd. Down the motherfucker. I don't know, but that's what I was told. You know what I'm saying? He killed the little boy. You know what I'm saying?
Donnie Houston.